Welcome to a place where truth is louder than comfort. This isn't a channel for distractions. This is a channel for awareness. Here, we don't sugarcoat reality. We don't chase trends. We explore the parts of human nature people are too afraid to talk about. The quiet thoughts, the hidden emotions, the uncomfortable truths. If you've ever overthought at 2 a.m., if you've ever felt something you couldn't explain, if you've ever looked at people and wondered what they're really thinking, you're in the right place. And if you value depth over noise, clarity over comfort, consider subscribing, because this channel isn't for everyone. It's for the ones who want to see clearly. Sometimes the darkest truths are the ones that set you free. Tonight we're diving into something deeper, not motivation, not inspiration, but reality. Human nature is powerful. It shapes love, it shapes betrayal, it shapes ambition, jealousy, loyalty, and loss. And the truth is, most people don't understand human nature. They only experience it. In this video, I'm going to share 10 deep truths about human nature that will hit harder than you expect. Some of them might make you uncomfortable, some of them might feel personal, and some might change the way you see people forever. Take a deep breath, and let's begin. Truth number 1, you realize someone's value after they leave, because presence feels normal until it becomes absence. You never notice how much space someone fills until that space becomes empty. When they were there, it felt ordinary. Texts, calls, arguments, laughter. It all felt normal, almost automatic. But once they're gone, even silence feels louder. The chair they used to sit in feels different. Your phone feels heavier, nights feel longer. Presence is invisible when it's constant. And that's the tragedy. We don't measure value when we have it. We measure it when we lose it. Truth number 2. The strongest people cry alone because they don't want to burden anyone else. Some people aren't strong because they don't feel pain. They're strong because they hide it. They're the ones who check on everyone else. The ones who say, "I'm good," even when they're not. The ones who smile in public and break down in private, not because they want to be alone, but because they don't want to be too much for anyone. Strength isn't loud. Sometimes it's just silent suffering behind a locked door. Truth number 3, some memories hurt more over time because you start understanding them differently. At first, a memory feels sweet, nostalgic, warm, safe. But as you grow, your perspective changes. You start seeing the red flags you ignored, the love that wasn't equal, the goodbye that was coming long before it happened. The memory didn't change. You did. And sometimes maturity makes the past hurt more, not less. Truth number 4, silence can say more than words. When emotions are too heavy to explain, there are moments when words feel useless, when you could talk for hours and still not explain the weight inside your chest. So you go quiet. And that silence, it's not emptiness. It's everything you're feeling, compressed into stillness. Sometimes silence isn't distance, it's survival. Truth number 5, you don't miss the person. You miss the version of you that existed with them. You think you miss them, but what you really miss is who you were around them. The way you laughed easier, the way you believed more, the way life felt lighter. They weren't just part of your life, they were part of your identity. And when they left, a version of you left with them. That's what hurts the most. Truth number 6, the hardest apology is to yourself for accepting less than you deserved. We forgive others easily, but forgiving yourself? That's different. Forgiving yourself for ignoring red flags, for staying too long, for shrinking yourself to make someone else comfortable. That apology is heavy, because deep down, you knew, and you stayed anyway. Growth begins the moment you stop blaming them and start protecting yourself. Truth number 7, people change when they feel unappreciated, even if they once gave everything. Nobody wakes up wanting to care less. It happens slowly, when effort goes unnoticed, when loyalty feels one-sided, when giving becomes exhausting. Eventually, even the most patient heart gets tired. And when someone who gave everything starts pulling away, it's usually not sudden, it's overdue. Truth number 8, sometimes letting go hurts less than holding on, When you're the only one trying, holding on feels brave, but sometimes it's just painful. You keep trying, fixing, explaining, hoping. But love isn't supposed to feel like a one-person job, and there comes a point where letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means choosing peace over pain. Truth number 9, overthinking ruins more happiness than reality ever could, because imagination creates problems that don't exist. Overthinking is quiet sabotage. You replay conversations, analyze tones, invent scenarios. Your mind becomes your enemy. And most of the time, the disaster you fear never even happens. But the stress does. Reality is rarely as cruel as the stories we create in our heads. Truth number 10, the worst loneliness is feeling alone next to someone who doesn't understand you anymore. Being alone isn't the worst feeling. Feeling alone beside someone who once understood you is. You sit next to them, but it feels like miles. You talk, but nothing connects. And slowly, you realize the person who used to feel like home now feels like a stranger. That kind of loneliness, it doesn't scream, it echoes. If even one of these truths felt personal, that means you're growing. Pain teaches, silence shapes, loss strengthens, and sometimes the deepest wounds create the strongest versions of us. If this resonated with you, stay. There's more truth where this came from.